Hi, everyone. Welcome to tonight's call. How's everybody doing tonight? I'm excited.
Doing good.
I'm excited to be here. My co-host tonight is Greg Gilbert, and we have an exciting training. We are going to talk about how to utilize Facebook groups to grow your business. So I'm going to just let people coming on if you want to. Hey, Greg.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? I see a lot of people on there, Marnie and Christina and Nick's there. Are you letting people get on?
Yes. We're going to have a great training tonight. So if everybody wants to grab pen and paper.
Hey, Greg, what am I, chopped liver?
There'll be some great takeaways. I've got my pen and paper. My new thing is, did anybody utilize this at our training? These little yeses. It kind of makes it exciting and a little more interactive. So my name is Liz Grant, and I live in Minnesota, and I've been drinking ketones for about 5 years. And ketones have changed my life. I'm a builder remodeler, and when I was introduced to ketones, I'd never even heard the word before. I'm not into science, and once I started drinking them, it took about 20 minutes for it to light up my brain. And I feel like I'm on the journey of a lifetime. So this has been very, very fun. Greg, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Greg out here in California. Hey, if you guys, I see there's a lot of people on here tonight, and if you guys can turn your cameras on so we can see you guys, that would be awesome. If not, it's okay too. As long as you're here, that's fantastic. But we would love to see you guys and put a face to the name. So I'm out here in California. I've been drinking ketones now for a year. May 10th will be a year. So my story is, I had a lot of weight to lose, and I started doing the keto diet, and a lot of you guys know it, but doing the keto diet, and I was real successful, hit a plateau, and I found ketones and started drinking those, and just had really great success. I started moving my body when I started getting to a lighter weight, and feeling amazing, and I've shed 238 pounds of fat so far to today. I weigh in about 260 pounds, and the benefits, I mean, hands down, you guys know what my benefit is fat loss, right? But just there's so much more to it on my end, is the sleep, the mood, the focus, just getting through the day. It's just, I don't know what I would do if I didn't have it. It's amazing product. It's amazing drink. And the best thing is you don't even have to be doing a diet to drink it. It's just, it's great benefits all around.
Thank you, Greg. Thank you. So I do want you to grab a pen and a paper. Is there anybody that is new, first time here on our group training? Raise your hand. I want to see you. Anybody? This is a first time. I know we have some new promoters. Well, I'm excited. If you're new and I can't see you, that's okay. Just grab a pen and paper. Our first trainer tonight is going to be Christina Martinez Williams. And the topic is utilizing Facebook to grow your business. This is a hot topic that I need to learn more about. So go for it, Christina.
All right. Hi, everyone. I'm Christina Martinez Williams. I live in Fort Washington, Maryland, and I have been a promoter for 3 years, but been drinking the ketones for 4.5 years. And I am excited to share with you, kind of break down the types of groups that we have available on Facebook for all of our promoters, as well as customers, as well as people who are not customers or promoters yet. And there are several. So we want to just take some time tonight and break this down and give you an overview of what that is. And then I'm going to pass it to Lori because she is going to give you some very pointed tactical training around how to use these groups. So I'm going to show you what they are, what they include, and then pass it to her. So I made a visual, and I think that my camera is so that you can read what I have instead of it being mirrored. So you can tell me if that's true. But we have 5 different groups. And there's 2 different types. So I'm going to show you so that you can see. I think that this is, yep, you can read it, I think. So here are the 2 types of groups that we have. We have our corporate groups, and then we have our team groups. And I'm going to show you my screen in a second. But this is how they're broken down. We have corporate groups that are Drink Ketones Daily and Prove It Promoter. These are groups that are Prove It Wide groups. And these, you can see, this is kind of hard to see, but it says C and P. So it's for customers and promoters. And then for a Prove It Promoter, this is just for our promoters, anyone who's a promoter within the Prove It community. And then we have our team groups, and there's 3 of those. So there's Ketones Are Life. That's for people who are customers or almost customers. So that little arrow is someone who's becoming a customer. And then we have VIP Prover Community. That's for people who are customers or promoters, or customers becoming promoters, interested perspective to becoming promoters. And then we have Better Starts Here 2021, and that's for promoters within our team. So I'm going to show you each of those, but I wanted to give you a visual of what that is so you can see the breakdown of what those groups are, so that it doesn't feel like it's so many, because there are 5, but it's actually much simpler than when you can see it in that aspect. Let me share my screen. I think, do I have that capability, Liz? Do you know?
You do.
Okay, cool. Let me go ahead and share my screen then, and let's see. Okay, is everyone seeing the Drink Ketones Daily group? Okay. Thumbs up, thank you. Okay, so here's the Drink Ketones Daily group. Remember, this is a corporate Drink Ketones Daily group. This is for customers and promoters, for everyone within Prove It. I'm going to point out a couple of features within each of the groups so that you can kind of know where to hone your focus when you go to these groups and how to spend your time there. This is a group that it's great to engage and show support to everyone within our larger community of Prove It, and where you'll see coaching happening. So we have, I think there's 12 or more live coaches that are in the reboots, that are doing regular posts, and that are a part of this. So there's a lot of engagement that's going on. This is a great place to plug your customers into. So as soon as someone becomes a customer, make sure that they're invited. You can invite them directly. There's an invite button up here on the top right, and you can invite them directly to be a part of this group. And then they can feel a part of the community. They can get the coaching that they need around the products, around this lifestyle, around our habits. And it's a great place to plug in. As the second one within the corporate, it is called Prove It Promoter. And it has this blue banner, so you can see that. If you don't know where to go to find your groups, when you go into your Facebook app, if you're on your phone, this is on my computer, but on your phone, you'll go to the home at the bottom. I mean, you'll be on the home when you start, you'll go to the 3 lines and then groups. And then mine on the iPhone are all up here on the top, so I can scroll through and find them this way. And you can find the groups that way. But that Prove It Promoter is for everyone within our large corporate community that is a promoter. When you're in this group, there's also discussion. This is where all our trainings on Saturdays that Nick just did on last Saturday at 11:15 a.m. Eastern time happen within this group live streamed. Also, a lot of times when we max out at 1,000 participants in a Zoom for a Prove It Wide event, it'll be streamed here as well. And this is also where a ton of training is cataloged. So if you feel like you just want to keep learning and keep getting your hands and feet and everything wet and do as much as you can, this is a great place to come to and pick a topic that's of interest to you or a topic where you want to know more. And if you click on this section here called guides, my mouse isn't moving, but right here that's highlighted right now, that's where I'm at, is guides. There's a let's get started section, and these are videos that have tons and tons of information from our top leaders and trainers in Prove It. And it is, some of them are short, some of them are longer. They're all different, but they really, it allows you to plug yourself in, but also to plug new promoters in and say, hey, do you need to know more about what ACE is? Here's a video. Let me tag you in it, or let me share it to you directly in Messenger. You can also come down here to top trainer business hacks. There's a ton of those. And then there's also a ton of videos about how to use your back office in the cloud. So if you have any questions on that, or you have someone who has questions on that, this is a great resource to find a ton of information, and you can learn it. You can, if you're a visual learner, this is very helpful too, because you can see everything in real time, showing you how to get there and how to do that. So that's the Prove It promoter page. Those are the two, or group. These are the two groups that are corporate groups. Let me see if I can move my toolbar that's covering up the rest of my screen. Hold on a second. The other three groups are our team groups. And let me toggle over there. Might have to open up a new page because it's not letting me see underneath my toolbar. All right, let me open up the next one, which is our Ketones Are Life. And this is our page that we have that's open to anyone. So this means anyone. This is where Lori is also going to give some specific training around this group and the next group around how do you engage and invite people to be a part of these groups, Ketones Are Life and the VIP Prover community. So I'm going to open it up. There we go. This is where all of us can participate and then promote. Prospective customers and prospective promoters can see what's going on in our community. They can hear stories from us. They can see what our daily habits include, and they can, this is not cooperating, they can then participate and get a feel for what it means to be a customer, feel what it means to have ketones in your body. And we encourage all of you to participate as group members within this group, so that we are all contributing to what is kind of like, well, Lori's going to give some more information on that, but it gives an opportunity for people to experience what it is and to see more than just you. So instead of you just talking and sharing, I don't know why it's going to that. Oh, I see. Then you can share what everyone else is doing and experiencing. So this is a great piece of our connect step of ACE: attract, control, connect, enroll, and experience. So when you're connecting, this is a great tool for connect. It's a great way to follow up. It's a great way to invite. And this allows you to see, you can scroll and just, there's a bunch of announcements. Actually, that's really helpful right here. These announcements, there's several announcements that are great places to tag people in, and also to see yourself, to see what's in here. So you can tool around in here and figure out all the different things that are in here. And then you also are welcome to post and participate in posts, comment on people's posts, and make this a part of your DMOs too. This is a great way for us to communicate with one another and then to also support and uplift our community. The last one is, not last one, second to last one, is the, and I still can't see underneath this, is the VIP Prover community. This is a group that is for customers who you think would be great promoters and want to encourage and see what that means for us. Also, it's a place for promoters, us to be engaged in and to really help move people towards that. Here we go. I got to type it in, I think, up here. This is all open, but I cannot see underneath my search bar. VIP Prover. And this also has, it's a great place to celebrate your promoters. It's a great place to celebrate people who are being celebrated and congratulate other people within our community. And then just have fun and help people see what is involved in being a promoter. So you can see that there are different things that people who are going to be interested in promoting might gravitate towards. So there's a lot of congratulations and a place to do that celebration. Here, that is the VIP prover community. I'm sure Lori will give a little bit more towards that as well. And then the last group that is within our team groups is for just promoters. So this is the Better Starts Here 2021. And it is a great catalog of everything that's going on. A lot of training happens here. So we catalog and collect all training, but there's also some really great resources. And I want to direct you to those under media and under files. So if you go to media, and then if you sort by albums, then you can see a ton of very valuable and helpful photos. So anything in here, you can take and download these photos and use them in your stories, use them in your posts, use them in messages. There's so much that's here that's great footage and pieces that you can use. There also is at the bottom, I don't know how far down it is, but there is a better and before and better photo album. Here it is, before and afters is what it's named. Within this photo album are all pictures of us. My photo is in there as well. And you can use and share these as well. So if you're looking to share someone's experience, all of these also in the comments have the person, what they've done to obtain the changes that their body's showing, their transformation. And it shows, and everyone's different. So it's awesome because you can see from this picture to this picture, this is how much time has left, but this has also been the routine that this person follows. And then the last piece I wanted to show you, and then I'll pass it on to Lori, is the file section. And this is full of a bunch of different checklists, of different tools that you can use. The Rhino tracker is the grid that Nick talks about all the time. And the Post Grow and Engage is where you can find just what can you do every day. Your DMOs are in here. So there's tons of great information in there too. There's a lot in here. So don't be, it is a lot. We don't want to overwhelm you with all this information. This is just to help you see what exists and then choose where you want to be plugging in, but also choose where you can, this shows you where you can go if you're looking for something and you need to also connect a customer or a prospective customer or prospective promoter to a space. This hopefully will help give you a snapshot of all of those spaces that we have available, which is amazing that we have this much resources available now. Lori, I'd love to pass it to you and let you give us some of the details of this, what we can do here. Let me unshare my screen. Maybe. Stop share, there we go. All right, Lori.
Okay. Hello, everybody. So I'm Lori Hart. I'm from Boston, Mass. For those I don't know, hello, nice to meet you all here. So I just want to start by saying, Christina, thank you. That was an awesome job, awesome overview. And Liz, and great to hear your story, Greg. Thank you for sharing. That's hugely impressive. But so Christina, that was awesome. And I know that sounds so confusing, but the best point, like she just said, is just take a few minutes and poke around on each of those pages so you can find how they best suit you. We do have pages that are for customers, we have pages that are corporate, and we have pages for us promoters only. So the two pages that I want to touch on that I use most are the Ketones Are Life page and our VIP Prover community. So how I like to use these or think of them as, is almost like a drip campaign or a follow-up system with my customers. So Ketones Are Life specifically, what I love about that page is when you add somebody to that community, and I have some scripts that we could use, and I will tell you they're my words, but you could change them up to however you like. It will just give you an overview. But what I love about that is you get a chance to add your customer or your prospect or your friend into an amazing community of people that are sharing their experience with ketones, right? So whether they're ready to buy that day or not, they are sort of being dripped on. And what I mean by that is every day, beautiful stories are being added. People are sharing their food. It's just a positive place for people to be. So whether they don't become your customer that day, I'm sure that they will at one point. I also like to use Ketones Are Life for a follow-up page. If you go to that page, and I guess the best way for maybe me to show you is here, unless, do I have sharing? Hold on. I can show you on my phone. So this is the Ketones Are Life page. If you look across the top, you can see everybody that you've added. So I get to go in here, and if I scroll up, which you can all do, by hitting see all, you get to see, oh, hold on one second, wrong finger. You get to see, where am I? Everybody that you have added. So this is everybody that I've added to that page over time. And I get to go in and follow up with them, or if a video or a story is being shared, I get to tag my friend again in something that I think would be really important to them. And so I use that as a follow-up system, as well as after my first conversation, everybody I speak to goes to that page, whether they purchase or not. I just love to send them there because it builds their belief. It shows them other stories, and that's what, stories sell, is what we say is when people get around a story that inspires them, they can't help but share it. So I love to use that page for stories as well. And then the same with the VIP Prover community. What I love about that page is if you have a customer that's buying over and over and over again, or happens to be adding customers to their, their referral code, just reach out and say, hey, I'm curious if you're, I'm just curious, are you interested in being a promoter like me? I mean, you're really loving your ketones, you're sharing them with a lot of people. Let me just add you to this page, and you can kind of poke around, be a fly on the wall. And when you add them there, again, that just builds up their belief. They get to see all these people that are winning, and it's just an amazing community to share with people. So I use those pages a lot, pretty much every single day. So I hope that helped. And then again, I can put some verbiage down there, but typically how I invite, I wrote this down, is basically I don't ask them. I just say, hey, I'm going to add you to the most incredible, I'm sorry, you guys. I'm going to add you to the most incredible community here on Facebook. As soon as you accept the invite, I'll tag you in a few videos I think you would love. Now, why do I say that? As soon as you accept the invite, because that creates a little bit of a sense of urgency for them to go and look for my invite, right? So I let them know that. And then I let them know that they could just be a fly in the wall, poke around, look at some great stories. And I let them know too, hey, I'm going to follow up in a couple days and see what you loved best. And I write on my follow-up book, 2 days, follow up with Gail. And I do. I say, hey, Gail, how's it going? What did you love best about the community? And are you ready to get started? That's the last piece, is asking, are you ready to get started? Can I help you get started on ketones? So hopefully that helped. And I think I should pass it back to Liz, maybe?
Hey, how's it going? I'll go on. Hey, thanks a lot, Lori, for all that information. That was awesome. I do like the asking them, I like to put the same thing, like just put them in the group and say, this is there, and then follow up. And it's really, it works out for me as well.
Awesome.
Yeah. So on Wednesday night, I wanted to talk to you guys about the Wednesday night. There's Maximize Your Ketones group. It's a great way to invite your friends and family and just anybody that needs it. We're all here for a reason. We all have our own different reasons to be here and drinking ketones. We're here for, some people are here for health reasons. Some people are just feeling better. They want to lose fat. But, it's like, how many people out there, if you have something exciting in front of your hands that you're drinking right now, we're all excited about it because we're all in here for a reason. And I wouldn't text them. I would just pick up the call and say, hey, what are you doing tonight? I got a call. It's this product, and it's such a great thing. It makes me feel wonderful. I got so many different benefits. If you got some time, let me shoot you over the message, the link to get on there. It's not, I mean, if you're excited about it, I think it's more than just a text message. A text message is great, but if you call somebody personally, it's a little more, hits home with that person a little bit more, I think. That's what I like to do. I like to and then you can get that, you hear them, the voice, and they hear your excitement about the product. And heck, I'm really excited about the product for what it's done for me. I mean, it's a life changer. So that's on a Wednesday night. It starts at 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central, and 5:30 Pacific time. And then right after, if you have anybody on there that's really wants to become maybe more curious about the brand builder, it's a brand builder call, and it talks about becoming a promoter like us, sharing the story. It's not even selling it. A lot of people you get, hey, we're going to sell it. I don't want to sell it. I don't want to sell it. It's just attract. It's just sharing your story and putting it out there, and people can make their own decision on that end. That's how I feel about it. But I want to just thanks for letting me guys co-host. It's my first time. I'm a little nervous, to be honest, but I want to thank Nick and Liz for letting me to do this. And I think there's some great information. And one more thing, sorry guys, before I go, these trainings are really great for promoters to get on here and learn about promoting and talking about on Facebook and things like that. And a lot of these faces I see on here today, I met in Arizona just this last weekend and at the mastermind, and it was such a great way to get hands-on training. I mean, if you really want to step up your game and move forward in this business side of it and share, I suggest get to a mastermind that Nick does, or because maybe even when your team leads is doing one. I think it's a fantastic way. I mean, I'm not a social media guy. Nick sat there one night. He probably was sitting in his kitchen laughing because I'm sitting taking a selfie, and he's like, too much wall, lower, higher. I kept sending pictures to him, and he's probably thinking, this guy's a whack job. But he's taught me. I mean, I've learned. And this mastermind, what I took away from it was TikTok was very tough for me to figure out. And I had tons of women there that really helped me and sat me down and showed me. And I put out a couple of videos and they went viral. So enough said. You guys have a good night, and I'm going to turn it back over to Liz, and we'll see you guys on the next one.
Thank you, Greg. Thank you. And we are just 29 minutes in. If anybody has some specific questions that were sparked by the education and information, please feel free to come off mute and ask. Anyone? I mean, I have a question about the ketones are life, Lori. When you said you can find all the people you added,
Mhm.
I went to it on my phone and then I got lost.
Okay, so let me show you. Okay, see across the top now
Yep.
where it says, there's a little tiny arrow right next to ketones are life.
Yes.
Okay, click that. Now you'll see all. Now some of them you'll be friends with just through Prove It, but you can look through that and know who you've added to the community. Some of them are Prove It friends of yours, but you get to see all the people that you know that are friends of yours that have been added to the community.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
I saw it. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
So
That's
you're welcome.
there's always these little hidden things. I had no clue.
Yeah, I love that.
Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anyone else? Speak now.
I'll say something real quick.
Thank you,
First
Nick.
off, great job, everyone. I'm loving not having to say anything, just letting you guys do it all. We're gonna do more of these. That was awesome, Greg. Congratulations on your first time hosting a call. More and more to come. And that's the business. Greg texted me this afternoon and said, "Hey, can I host the call?" I'm like, "Yes, you can." So leadership is just a matter of stepping up and saying, hey, I want to participate. I want to support. So don't ever feel like you have to be a certain person or at a certain level in order to participate in these kind of things. Regarding the Ketones Are Life group, like Lori covered it very well. Christina kind of covered the basics, but I want you to think about this. If there were a place where you could take your friends and put them in front of people that are already having amazing experiences with ketones, would you do it? Like, what if you could take everybody's story on this Zoom, bottle it up, and take your person that you're talking to about ketones and be like, here, listen to Greg talk. Here, read about Liz's story. Here, listen to Christina. Here, hear Lori's story. Boom, 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 boom. Like validation, validation, validation. That's the power of that group. So it's kind of one of those things where if you're not using it, you're not used, like that's an easy connect step to start to get them in there. Now there's a lot of stuff in there, right? There's a lot of stuff about the foods that people are eating, or about movement, in order to create more than just a sales pitch, right? And in order to provide value to those that are coming in there, because the outcome of the group is to support our customers in having a good experience with ketones, inspire and motivate, and at the same time, educate them a little bit and great habits that they can develop in order to move forward. So we have the Prove It Every Day app that we talk about all the time, the PED app. Basically, if you're going to post in that group, let it be something about that, like one of those things that you're doing. If you're going to post in the group, it's not a place to ask questions. It's not a place to, if you have customer service challenges or whatever it is, it's a place to be inspirational and educational and inspire those who are following, right? Those are the people that are in the group. Like, they're the customers that are wondering, what am I doing? Am I doing it right? And there's also people that are wondering, should I drink this stuff? So think about, how does my post support or move that to action? And then all of you on here have some sort of story with ketones, and it's probably been a while since you've shared it in there. So my encouragement would be just start sharing your story in there again. If it's been a month or so since you have, share it again. If you haven't shared it yet, it's time to share it. Put some before and after pictures if you have them, and just tell the story of what ketones have done for you. And allow that to validate the conversations of many others, because their stories will validate your conversations. So I can't stress enough at how valuable that is. Right now, it's got 1,300 members. There's 50 people on this Zoom. If all we did in the next week before the end of the month, if we each added 10, we would grow by 500 members of the group. Like, think about the power of that. If, let's say, you just did 10, added 10 people a week, it's easy to do. You could do it. It's one a day, essentially. At the end of the month, just from the people on this Zoom, we'd have something like 2,000 more people in the group. Now think about it. Even if those people don't join today, it could be in a month, it could be in 3 months, it could be in 6 months. They see some piece of information that just strikes them as like, oh, now I got it. They saw somebody's story that reminded them of themselves, and they're just waiting for that one little validator. Right. So that's the true reason that we created that group. And it's been super powerful since we started it. So I just wanted to share that. I know if there's any other questions, come off mute. Looks like Lori has another comment.
Yeah, it's a comment. You're right. Also, I just wanted everybody to remember on that group that whoever, if people start asking questions, it's up to the person that invited them to the group to answer or get back to them with information. It's kind of like one of those things. You're adding people, I'm adding people. People might ask questions, but just make sure that they get back to the person who invited them to the page. That's just super important when we're using that page. So I just
Thanks
wanted
for
to add that
covering
in.
that. It's kind of like our culture of Prove It is, hey, I'm not trying to go and get Lori to talk to people and then say, hell, work with me, work with me. That's not how we operate. The whole purpose of that group is for us to collectively grow together. And so we just have to make sure that's strong. So if you didn't add somebody to the group, if you're like, oh, who's this person? They're asking questions. They're ready to buy ketones. That group is kind of a closed group, in that if somebody is in there as a not yet customer, they're in there because somebody invited them. They're not in there because they just randomly found it. So they don't need a home. They have one. You just have to direct them back to the person that invited them. So you can just say, if you see that comment, oh my gosh, that's so awesome. You're excited. Who added you to this group? And guess what? We can see as admins who is added by who. So if there's ever a question, just ask, or we can help take care of it. So thank you, Lori.
Awesome. Thank you. Anyone else with a question?
I have something else. So on the Maximize Your Ketones call on Wednesday, you guys can go through your phones. You have tons of people in there that you need the ketones. Just reach out and call them and say, what are you guys doing? Just reach out there and call them. I mean, I'm going to challenge you guys. Let's load the call up. I mean, let's load it up. Let's try to get 5 people each. I mean, heck, I think you can do 10. And the one thing is no is a great answer if someone says no, because what happens is now you have a recording and we can reach back and say, hey, you know what? It was awesome. It was a great call. I'm sorry you missed it, but if I can get you the recording, would you be wanting to watch it at your own time? And so it's called ACE. We've learned it at all the retreats, all the masterminds, everything. It's attract, right? So we attract the conversation by just asking. And if they say no, it's awesome, because now we get the chance to follow up and ask them if they want to watch it at their own time. So now I'm done.
Awesome word, Greg. Awesome word. Well, I want to let you guys know tickets are live for Keto Academy. It is one of our 2 main events for the year. This is a brand new event with new specialists, new doctors, and our proven scientists that created our technology will be there as well. And it is May 17th through 19th. That is a Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Tickets are live, so grab your tickets. They're very reasonably priced. Maybe 1/20th of the cost of if we were showing up in person and flying across the country. And they also, Pruvit has listened to all of us and is actually making it work friendly. It's going to start at 6 p.m. Central Time. No, Eastern Time, 6 p.m. Eastern Time for 3 evenings. So all of us will get a chance to tune in live. And it's a great place to grow your belief in our technology, your belief in yourself, and strengthen your knowledge about ketones. So grab your tickets in your back office under events, and it will be an exciting event, I'm sure. Okay, guys, thank you for tuning in, and follow up with questions. If anybody has questions that are spurred by this education, please reach out just privately as well. And thank you for joining us. Blessings on your evening. Take care. See ya.
Bye. We'll see you later.
Bye-bye.